Hello and welcome back, class. So for this video, we're going to be making a vowel deleter program. So I'm just going to run the module and, oh, this program will delete all vowels from a message. Okay, well I'll just say, hello world, and I'll hit enter. And new message is HHL, you see, your original message was this, the message without vowels is this. Now, I purposely printed it so you could see it doing every single step along the way inside the loop. So, that's how it would wind up working. So, let's get started. You see how it deleted all the vowels? Let's make that program. So, of course, first things first, make sure to put your name on it, make sure it's interactive mode, that sort of thing. And we will go and we will print out, something like, I don't know, welcome to the word deleter program. And I'll give them a couple of new lines. There we go. So then, of course, I'll say, print. I'll give them the user the rules of how this works. This program will delete all vowels from a message. Oh, why not actually, instead of naming it the word deleter, then I should probably name it the vowel deleter. The vowel deleter program. And of course, I'll have to have them type something in, right? They have to type in a message. So I don't know, I'll just name this, my message equals, input. You already know how to make inputs by this point, type a message here. Helps if I actually remember to actually put the strings in so that I can actually there we go. Whoops, type a message here. There we go. So now we already know how to do that. So now there's two things we're going to need to do here. And it might not seem apparent at the beginning. What we need to do is we need to have a new message already made, and that new message is empty. It's just a string, but it's a string of currently nothing. There's no characters in it. We're going to need that, and we also need to know where our vowels are. So our vowels equal, we have A, E, I, O, U, and we have lowercase a, E, I, O, U, because those are all our possible vowels. Yes, I know that sometimes Y and sometimes W are vowels. Yes, there are words where W is a vowel, like Cwtch. It's C-W-T-C-H, I believe. It's a Welsh word. It's, like a specific type of shed, / cabin, / whatever. So, yes, there are very rare instances in the English language where W can be used as a vowel. But we're just going to stick with the main ones. Now, why did I do capital and lowercase? Because if I only did uppercase, it would only delete uppercase vowels. If I only did lowercase, it would only delete lowercase vowels. I need to make sure that all of them are in this box right here, So, now we're going to just start making our for loop. So, for, and remember, we don't have to name our new variables beforehand. We can name one just inside the for loop. And I'm going to name it letter, because I'm going to check for every letter. So every letter in message. Okay? So we know that every single letter is going to, print out, right? So, I don't know, I'll just simply, if I were to simply just say print, letter, hit execute, and I say, banana, whoops. Oh, because I named it my message. So now, if I were to go banana, it would do something like that. We already know it would do that. But we know that our for loop is working. So, this time, what are we going to check? Well, we're checking to see if the letter is not in a vowel, right? So, if letter... And now you're probably thinking not equal to, right? Not in this case. Because this would mean, not equal to, would mean literally A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U in that syntax. it would be looking for that exact syntax. How often do you think your message will contain literally this entire thing from start to finish? In this case, we're not going to use exclamation mark equals. We're going to say not in. And it's going to treat this as its own separate container. Like here's slot 1, is it in this slot? Here's slot, 5, is it in that slot? Oh, sorry, slot 0 and slot 4, so on and so forth. So not in vowels. So that's how it's going to work. If letter not in vowels, we'll do something, right? So if it's not in vowels, we'll have to print it. So let's just say, print, my message. We'll showcase this off right here, just right in the beginning, right now. So if I say, hello world, enter, and it's printing out the oops. Well, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things that are not vowels, because that space also counts as a thing. So let me, instead of printing my message, let me print letter here, because I am so smart and I forgot to actually printing letters instead of that. So execute. Now if I were to do that and say, hello world, and as you see, it's just simply printing out HLLWRLD and that space. So obviously it's only printing out the things that are not in vowels. And it was doing that if statement check inside the for loop. So that would be the simple, easy way to do this. We're going to do this a little bit differently. Because you notice, we still have this new message. I want to just add this new message over and over time. So new message is going to equal itself plus the letter. So then, of course, and I'll print it out, and I'll print out the, our new, I'll print out something like here, our new message is, and once again, I'll, so now if I were to execute this, and I would type in something like, hello world, and of course I typo, but it's okay. You'll see how it's now adding step by step now. So at first, that new message was nothing. Then that new message became an H. Then that new message became the H and the L because we skipped the E. Then it became the HLL. Then it became the HLL space. Then it became the HLLW. Then it became the HW, whatever, with the Q. And then the R, then the RL, then the RLD. So, you see how it's adding it on every single step of the way? Because it's itself plus the letter, but only if that letter is not inside the vowels. And now, of course, we'll just, print them, just remind them what their original message was. Your original message was, and then, of course, my message, and then of course we'll print out message without vowels is, helps when I actually hit the keys correctly to move spaces, new message. Then that's why we wanted to make sure we had that message and the my message. We had two different messages because we were going to compare them at the end. So, if I say banana, just for the sake of banana, there it is. Our new message is B, the new message is BN, BNN. Your original message was banana, message without vowels is BNN. And there we go. So that's how it is. This is the word deleter program. Oh, sorry, the vowel deleter. So, once you have this working, please save it, submit it through the mini project 3 of this week, and I will see you in the word slicer program. Up next, in the next video,